10 in college basketball. Feels like for a lot of reasons they've been overlooked.
Yeah, and I think they're the most annoying team to play against in the SEC. You can make them miss, but can you get the rebound? The answer is no. They are number one in the country in offensive rebounds and second chance points, and they just wear you down physically the entire game.
On the other side for Arkansas, a true turnaround of the season started when 7'2" center Zvonimir Ivisic started playing more and hitting out shots from the perimeter.
You could have put his face on a milk carton as a missing player. Now he's the face of the offense. This guy has completely changed the trajectory of this Arkansas team. Look what he's done the past 2 games. The shooting percentages are off the charts, but what he does in terms of spacing the court for other guys to get driving lanes, he's a terrific passer. A&M must make him pay on the defensive end, though. That's where they can exploit him some because he does give up a little weight down in the post.
Feels like an old Southwest Conference matchup. Arkansas and Texas A&M. And a series dates back 100 years. Wade Taylor and the Aggies are coming off of a Tuesday win against Georgia. Arkansas won midweek in a dominating performance against LSU. The Hogs, though, have struggled against ranked opponents. They're looking for their first top 10 win this season and a huge opportunity to impress the selection committee today. And A&M is going for its 4th consecutive 20-win season, the first time since 2011. Early start here, 11 a.m. Central, and the Aggies had an early wake-up call, 5:30 at the team hotel to get the bodies right and to get going. They had early morning practice yesterday, which is a bit of a change from their routine. And now, an opportunity to send a message early with these throwback uniforms. Look at the start of A&M. This is a team that is 8th in the nation in minutes continuity, according to Ken Palm. What that means simply is they return a lot of experience. They played a lot of ball together, including Wade Taylor, who could set the school record for points scored in today's contest. He's only a couple of buckets away. Hogs line it up like this, and man, they've been different since they lost their stud Boogie Flay, the point guard. DJ Wagner's moved over, taking over that spot, and Nellie Davis playing like the #1 transfer in the country. That was the anticipation. Ivisic wins the tip, and here come the Hogs, 15-9, winners of 3 of 4, and a clock issue.
Do you know what's really fun? Making a website on Wix.
Hey, we're How Ridiculous, 3 childhood friends and digital content creators that do epic stuff from Perth, Australia.
We've got about 50 million followers. We're in the billions of views. And we're a small team. We always felt like our content was all about entertainment and being fun, but there was also this, sort of professional business side. One of the things that we knew was basically essential was getting our own website, so people would actually see a proper official group who mean business and who can deliver. And we now get unbelievable opportunities to do things like film balloon popping races with Manchester City. I don't know all the things that we're going to get to do in the next year or 5 years, but if we can do this as a job, anything's possible.
Send and receive your things. Courier, now on Uber.
Their leading scorer at 16 points a game, 2nd in the SEC in field goal percentage. 6'8", 220 junior knocks the second one down. We mentioned A&M unconventional on the offensive side. The hard work pays off. The #1 offensive rebounding rate in the country. In a turnover, they don't do that very often. Carter Knox, long step through and a finish with the left.
May have been more than one step to get through there, but convert nonetheless. Arkansas did a great job taking away that middle little short roll. You've got to keep that out of the middle of the paint where A&M likes to operate through their bigs.
Here's Taylor guarded by DJ Wagner and now Emmanuel Basicki. Zurich Phelps has been quiet lately. He was a great scoring threat when Wade Taylor was injured beginning of conference play. And Taylor was asking for a travel on that play. Turns into a run out for the Aggies, and Taylor for 3. Rebounded by Nellie Davis.
But so far, so good. One and done. Coach Calipari told his team last night at shoot-around, this game is going to be dictated by the first 5 minutes. Keep them off the glass. Don't let them punk you.
Rebound tracked down by Phelps after the miss from Nellie Davis. Zurich Phelps transferred in from SMU. He can be a high-volume scorer. So can Obaseki. Got his groove going about this time last year. Offensive rebound, and Nellie Davis took it away. And then had a double dribble. John Calipari, Hall of Famer, 5-time National Coach of the Year. First season in Fayetteville, his 33rd as a Division I head coach. He's a little under the weather last night at shoot-around. He said, I got to power through this. I got an early start. We got to power through this and coach up my guys. He's had a tremendous season on the bench for the Hawks. Here's a double.
Go with the Deion Sanders. If you look good, you feel good. It's a nice looking sport coat from Coach Cal.
Visic held on the rebound, or was he doing the holding? I was waiting for the explanation. Good job by Buzz Williams. You mentioned an unconventional 6th season as A&M's head coach. Best offense that they've had since he's been there. The non-negotiables, the defense, and the rebounding. And the offense ebbs and flows at times, but #1 in the country in second chance points.
Tom, Buzz Williams has been absolutely incredible. As a program, you feel like they have certainly more than turned the corner. The wind's at their back, but you would never know it when you look at how hard they approach every practice, every game. They continue to play with that enormous chip on their shoulder.
They're going to the replay monitor. Look at this. It might be looking at a hook and hold. And there was a little grip from Pharrell Payne working with Visic.
Well, they're going to battle down here, and did he clamp down? I don't know that that's going to be a clamp. That's what Coach Cal was asking for. Nevertheless, they called the foul, I believe, on Visic.
Left side of your screen, 44-21. Visic with the arm bar, then Payne with the clamp. Was it enough for a hook and hold? And a switch it and rise it to a F1 on A&M. Good thing we got a trip to the monitor in the first 2 minutes. I was hoping.
I see it as a comment, but we'll see if they felt like that clamp down was enough.
What role does Visic interior defense play in the opportunities for success for Arkansas today?
Yeah, well, that's a great point because he means everything to them on the offensive end. But on the defensive end, if A&M can get him in foul trouble, push him under that basket, really make him work, and let fatigue be a factor due to the defense.
By the way Jed Marcus is explaining that, might be a hook and a hold going against A&M, as he explains to Buzz. Flagrant 1 on Pharrell Payne.
After review, the foul on red 44 will be taken away. We will add a flagrant 1 foul to 21 play. Red will shoot 2 shots and the ball.
You feel like that could have gone the other way, or either way?
Either way, I get it. It's close. It wasn't clear. It clamped down. They felt like it was enough to protect the player. And the bigger thing than the free throw is just avoiding an early foul on Visic and then get to the free throw line here. So a really good start by Arkansas. Challenge accepted by Coach Cal's team of keeping A&M off the glass.
Visic 63% from the free throw line. He's coming off of a 25-point performance in a win against LSU with 4 blocks. And it's not just the last 2 games. You go back the last 7 games for Zmanimir Visic, and he's scored 15 a game on 55% shooting. Those are good numbers. They're incredible relative to how he was used the first 4 games of conference play.
If you think the decimal's in the wrong place on points, it's not. That's accurate. And there was somewhat of a battle internally, like, hey, what's our best lineup for Coach Cal and his staff? Because you give up a little bit on the defensive end, but your offense is so much better. And right now, there is no decision about what's the best lineup for Arkansas. It includes Big Z.
Yeah, 2 drastically different big men. And Jonas Adu, who comes off the bench now. Theo fighting for it after he lost it, and it's a turnover into the hands of A&M. And Wade Taylor draws a reach in from Janelle Davis, who was the Pardon me, Theo.
Hey, you just got to be a little bit more emotionally mature if you're Theo. He was frustrated when he turned it over, and he just started gambling and hacking. They need him to be in this game and log 25 to 30 minutes. No silly fouls.
Well, Basicki trying to make something happen. Two-man game of Payne. They'll reverse it, likely trying to find either Phelps or Taylor. Great defense by Carter Knox. Basicki threw up a wild shot at the rim, and then it's off of Ivisic and out of bounds.
Good job on the scouting report by Arkansas, sending Obaseki to his right. This is one area I think they could try to clean up some. I'm not sure this wasn't an over-the-back foul. Ivisic comes right in, and if that ball's going to be off Big Z, could have been an opportunity to get another foul.
Shot clock late. Turns into a fadeaway. And Ivisic with the rebound, but that was out of bounds on the backboard.
And we have not seen A&M really get a quality paint touch early in this game. I think the pace has favored Arkansas. And other than that ball going out of bounds, the Razorbacks have made A&M be one and done on that end of the court.
Aggies 0 for 6 and 0 for 3 from deep.
He's going to be in a ball screen or an off-ball screen every single possession. You can run offense for him or through him.
Coleman down the lane. Ivisic with the rejection. He is a unicorn, a great shooter from deep, and one of the best rim protectors in college basketball. Wagner got a little sloppy, and then Coleman on the dive commits his first.
Well, every defense needs a cleanup guy, and Big Z is going to do that. Early in the game, Arkansas got a turnover on this play. Davis was late on the rotation that time, but Big Z comes over and says, you were a little bit late, no problem, I got your back. And Arkansas, one of the best teams in the country at blocks per game, in large part due to that big fella.
Yeah, 5th in the country, 5.5 blocks. Ivisic gets him 2 a game. 7-2. Twin brother Tomislav has a big one for Illinois today. I think Michigan State at home.
Excuse me, I think this is a big opportunity for Jonas Adu. The big man transfer from Tennessee has not been himself this season. He's got to log some quality minutes if Arkansas is going to pull off a huge road win.
Into the corner for Theo. Back to Wagner, left open corner 3. And a rebounding machine, Anderson Garcia, who they call the Dominican Rodman for his ability to get on the glass, pulls down the rebound. Double from Knox comes on the baseline. Aggies 0 for 7 to start this game. And knocked out of bounds will belong to Arkansas. Hogs pitching a shutout. It's an 8-0 Razorback lead at our first time out here in Aggieland. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Marvel Studios' Captain America: Brave New World. Now playing everywhere in IMAX and 3D.
Meet Ron. Ron eats, sleeps, and breathes hoops.
Us? Not us.
And there's not a no-look pass, double-double, or buzzer beater he won't wax poetic on, ad nauseum. But oh, how he can nail a software solution like the best high-screen pick-and-roll you've ever seen. You need Ron. Ron needs a retirement plan. Work with Principal so we can help you help Ron with a retirement and benefits plan that's right for him. Let our expertise round out yours.
I have something to show you guys. Color Sonic by L'Oreal, an automatic coloring brush. The color mixes itself, and all I have to do is brush it on. And you can color from root to tip, or you can just do the roots. Is this a game changer or what?
Chipotle's braised beef barbacoa might be our best kept secret. Slow cooked, responsibly raised beef, seasoned with garlic and cumin. Hand shredded for fall to fork tenderness. Chipotle's braised beef barbacoa. If you know, you know.
Another morning to savor the crunchy nooks and cranny splendor of a Thomas's English muffin.
Tom, which is a nook and which is a cranny?
That's a nook, cranny, 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 nook, cranny. I mean, they should be teaching you this in school. Huzzah! A toast to breakfast.
This President's Day, feel the freedom to style your space with modular sectionals starting at $699.98 now at Ashley. Plus, pay over time with 0% interest for 60 months. Shop in-store or online. Only at Ashley.
Choose Advil Liquid Gels for faster, stronger, and longer-lasting relief than Tylenol Rapid Release Gels. Because Advil targets pain at the source of inflammation. So for faster pain relief, Advil, the pain away.
Look at him, streaming DirecTV without a satellite dish.
Did you see how fast that guy found the game? He hardly struggled at all.
Every day is a struggle for us pigeons, and he's flipping through channels faster than a falcon.
You know, I dated a falcon once.
Hey guys, there's a change in the air.
2 changes.
2 changes.
The 3-row luxury TX, because everyone should feel like the center of the universe.
I'll only be gone a couple days, Rumi.
Yay.
I put all the important contact info on the fridge.
I know how to get in touch with USAA. I can file a claim or chat right in the app. USAA, Auto, Home, Life, and Bank.
You may have noticed Texas A&M is wearing uniforms honoring black excellence, featuring quilting patterns inspired by the artistry, resilience, and cultural significance of quilting within black communities. This asymmetrical design symbolizes the influence of community leaders and the rich heritage of black culture. It was inspired by the Delta State jersey worn by American women's basketball pioneer Lucia Harris, 3-time AIAW national champion at Delta State. She led the U.S. Olympic team to the silver medal in 1976. Cool unis. A&M is rocking today for this early start. Pretty simple. This effort for A&M is pretty simple. Buzz Williams demands it, especially on the defensive end and on the glass.
I think that's what's made this start for Arkansas even more impressive. And Tom, we had Arkansas early in the year, and I think a lot left to be desired in their sense of urgency and how hard they played. I didn't think they cut very hard or with purpose. I didn't think they won many 50-50 balls. And I don't know that it was all just when Boogie Flam went out. Maybe the desperation factor kicked in, so that old school burn the boats mentality. But this team is not only playing better on the offensive end, I think they're cutting harder, more purposeful, and they are a handful on the defensive end. And that's not something I think you could have said in early January.
Buzz mixing up the defense, trying to get A&M going. This early morning start is going to be a roadblock for the Aggies. 0 for 7 on the offensive end.
They do on the lob. They work perfectly.
Well, it was tipped by Phelps. No backcourt violation. Shot clock at 9. Ellie Davis goes baseline. They'll let you go there because of that. Wade Taylor with the interception. Taylor, nobody stops him. And Garcia comes crashing down the lane. Another opportunity for the Aggies. They have won 5 games this year when outshot by their opponents. It doesn't make much sense, but part of the big equation is Phelps with a second chance point, leading the nation with 17 second chance points this season.
I think they get their rhythm offensively when they get defensive stops. And that textbook steal on the other end, taking away that baseline pass.
Pharrell Payne with the jam. Run out for the Hogs. Theo gets it back from Knox. Mismatch here with Phelps. Now Richmond left it short. Home crowd getting into a 12th man, having an impact here early this morning. Phelps gives it back out to Wade Taylor. Got a step on Richmond. Rejected. Another block shot for the Hogs. Wagner feeds Theo. Whoa! He went for the monster flush and sent that thing 30 feet in the air off the back of the rim. John Calipari's uncertain how that couldn't have been a foul. Looking up Thero's numbers before the game, he's 93% of the season in dunks. There's a nice finish by Pharrell. Got it over here.
Pharrell Payne, you got to know, scout report, he is rip and drive at the elbow. You better be down and ready to play or it's going to be on your head. And then Adu Theo says, I got your back. Oh, but just goes off the back of the rim. Getting a highlight on a missed dunk. You see why he's an NBA athlete.
One way or another,
our fan-favorite Crazy Puffs and made them even better with bacon for only $3.99. Whoa, this is making me hungry, get it? Bacon me hungry? Try new bacon and cheese Crazy Puffs at Little Caesars. They taste like whoa.
Pizza, pizza.
9-8, Texas A&M leads Arkansas. We got 3 top 25 teams highlighting our Tuesday men's doubleheader on the SEC Network and always on the ESPN app. Number 15, Kentucky plays host to Vandy at Rupp, 7 Eastern, 6 Central. Then Alabama coming off that monster game today has to go on the road to Missouri. And 2 next to their name right now. And we'll see what happens with Auburn. That should be a fun one this afternoon.
Historic one. I can't wait to tune in for that. Auburn, Alabama, first time in SEC history to have 1 versus 2 in the same state. I just want to be in the locker room for the pregame speeches for both of them today.
Who do you think is going to be more intense, Pearl or Oates?
I can tell you who's probably more accessible. I think Pearl really likes the pregame speech. He does a good job with it.
5 early turnovers for Arkansas. Razorbacks didn't score between timeouts, allowing this 9-0 A&M run. Aggies playing some inspired defense. Hayden Hefner on the floor for the first time for Texas A&M. Number 2 in gray. Here's pull-up. Good by Carter Knox. He's got 4 of the Hogs' 10.
He's really been an unsung hero for Arkansas. He played all 20 minutes in the second half against LSU, had a season-high 8 rebounds to go along with 9 points.
Phelps matched up with Richmond. Veteran versus a freshman here. Billy Richmond the third. And they switch with Brazil picking him up on the court for the first time. Shot clock late. Baseline drive and a floater. Offensive rebound. Pharrell Payne. He was magnificent in their win at Missouri a week ago. He went 7 for 9 from the floor. Really bullied in the paint. 3 way off the mark from Nelly Davis.
But if I'm A&M, I want to keep going to 21 in gray Payne. They've had 2 good looks right at the elbow. He took Avicic off the dribble to the right and to the left. You got to get him the ball.
3 ball from Garcia. Tip out by Payne all the way to the back court.
That should have reset it to 30, not 20.
There you go. They got it right. Texas A&M leads the country. They pulled out 40% of their misses. Ball fake, got Avicic in the air, and we're going to whistle maybe a half beat after the fact. And that'll be on the Arkansas big man.
Just shouldn't jump at a 27% three-point shooter, but Garcia does a nice job selling that fake, then gets himself to the lane, gets the big off there, and then might have been Knox pushing off.
1 point lead for Arkansas back and forth here in Aggie land.
A surprise entry into the dunk contest this year, the Aflac dunk.
Coach John Staley. The Ducks set it up from way downtown.
That's a big gap to cover for a small dunk.
Y'all haven't seen the way Aflac helps close the gap left by health insurance? Watch this.
Aflac does pay people money for expenses not covered by health insurance.
That's nasty.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover. Find an agent, get a quote at Aflac.com. Turn the lights off, it's over.
Man, that sandwich looks lonely, and that's sad. So let Jimmy John's fix that by adding free chips and a free drink. Turn an 8-inch sandwich or wrap into a combo for free after 2 p.m. Only at Jimmy John's.
Chat, how are we feeling about the pancakes?
Pretty mid.
You know what's mid, Bree? Your aura.
Dad.
In the time it takes you to master the slang,
Bussin'.
you could have bought a Hyundai on Amazon.
Boomer alert!
I ran for governor because I was tired of Arkansas being ranked at the bottom and promised big changes to take us to the top. I kept that promise, delivering transformational education reform, lower taxes, and safer communities. Now Arkansas is ranked #1 for lowest cost of living, #1 for economic growth, and the #1 state Americans are moving to. Arkansas is not just moving in the right direction. We are charging boldly ahead.
Any questions?
How did you become the Capital One Bank guy?
You mind?
I've always been passionate about no fees or minimums on checking accounts.
How do I get your job?
Hard work, dedication.
The Capital One Bank guy.
It's like Mr. Jeter said, hard work and dedication.
What's been the highlight of your career? And that have to be
Bank guy. Helping people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Weren't you in the Hall of Fame? And didn't you live in space?
What's in your wallet?
What does Texas A&M University stand for? We stand for excellence, respect, and loyalty. We stand for leadership, integrity, and selfless service. We stand for 4 straight hours. We stand up for others. We don't stand by, and we won't stand still. At Texas A&M, we know what we stand for. Come stand with us.
Good luck dealing with this team when they get repetition and right.
Two of the greatest to ever lace them up.
It's Saturday primetime in a Sunday showcase doubleheader on ABC.
Let's take a look at the All-State Tournament Predictor. We combined the All-State numbers with Lenardi. Those are the locks that Lenardi has and the likelies. And then on the bubble, you find Arkansas behind Georgia, even though Lenardi has them above Georgia on that bubble. He has Georgia last 4 in, Arkansas among the last 4 buys. 36% now, but a win today, according to the ESPN analytics, Arkansas would jump to a 54% chance to get in. What else do you see on that list?
Well, when you look at the bubble, you could certainly argue that Arkansas, out of those bubble teams, has been playing the best basketball amongst all of them. And maybe some of those had more impressive non-conference, but right now with the eye test, Arkansas playing extremely well. Certainly Vanderbilt has picked up some huge victories in conference play. And of course, as we followed all season long, the SEC is just continuing to get rewarded with that historic non-conference.
Here's Anderson Garcia at the free throw line. A&M is dead last in the SEC as a team, 67% from the line. You mentioned being an unconventional offense. They don't shoot the ball well. They do a lot of other things really well. And by limiting the turnovers and crashing the offensive glass, they end up with more field goal attempts than their opponents, and they've already done that today. 5 more shots than Arkansas.
They're a very confident, poor shooting team, aren't they? I think that's what makes you very concerned if you're an opponent, that they're going to take some crazy shots, but they can make some too.
Yusich back on the floor. He's guarded by Hefner now. That's a size advantage for Arkansas. They can get it to him. Brazil stuck in the corner. Shot clock at 10. All screen, no. And now a handoff for Wagner, looking for Yusich. Shot clock at 4. Wagner into the paint. Off balance shot, can't find the rim. Richmond didn't get it back out in time. Great defensive effort by A&M. They shut off the water everywhere Arkansas looked.
And I really like the matchup of either Garcia or Washington on a Yusich. That shot did not get off. And so, and I like this adjustment by Coach Cal. He's going to put Theo back in and go more 4 guards around 1 with Big Z. I think when you got 2 bigs in there, it just gets a little bit too congested. Now offensively, you can spread it out a little bit more.
And reviewing the shot clock, by the way, if it stands, it's the 6th turnover for Arkansas. See if the previous shot glanced off the rim before the offensive rebound. This was the heave by Wagner. This is what they're looking at. And if so, wouldn't have been a shot clock violation. Maybe it did. Maybe it did just nick the bottom half of the rim.
After review, shot clock violation, game clock will be reset to 10:41.
1-point A&M lead. Arkansas scored the first 8 of this game. A&M came back with the next 9.
Wagner loves to go to his left. And Washington, such a versatile defender, huge energy guy. Shot clock violation, I agree with the call. But especially this deep in the season, it's about locking into your individual matchups and knowing that scatter report like the back of your hand. What are the opponent's strengths and weaknesses? They're likely not going to change from where where they've been all season and what the tape shows you. And Washington does an excellent job there, guarding Wagner.
Right back is Solomon Washington.
And he knew where his teammate was rolling. I mean, Wade Taylor dribbles, picks it up, reverse pivots, and he was on the money.
A&M's 13 have come in the paint. Figures to be an advantage for the Aggies all afternoon. Shot clock at 8. Here's Theo. Cross-court pass is deflected. They have 2.5 seconds left on the shot clock. Wade Taylor not scoring, but sharing.
And he knew exactly where his big man was rolling. I mean, he turns. He didn't even have to look. Great job rolling in Washington. Always going at the rim with aggression. On this end, Tom, I mean, Arkansas spent that entire possession. I don't think they ever got inside the three-point line.
Theo. Hefner, 71% from the free throw line. And into him on the elevator this morning. He was shaking his head at that 5:30 wake-up call. 3-point A&M lead after Arkansas scored the first 8 in this game. Hogs just 4 of 12 from the floor. Right start for Ivisic. He wants the lob. There it is, and it's knocked away. Good backside help from Solomon Washington, and then a foul in the backcourt. 88 feet away.
That's really Arkansas's favorite play. They like to get a ball screen and then a back screen here by the shooter. But A&M does such a nice job of rotating over with that extra help. If there is one play you can take away from Arkansas, you must focus on that one. It's very difficult because you have a shooter setting a back screen for Big Z. You got to fight through and load up on that help.
7 turnovers for the Razorbacks in the first 10 minutes. One of the reasons A&M has 4 more field goal attempts than Arkansas. The drive, couple of ball fakes, and a step through. That is a hard-working bucket for Anderson Garcia. Largest lead of the game for A&M.
You've got to get Big Z out and make him move his feet. That's 3 drives they've had success with. 6 points in this game. 4 by Payne, 2 by Garcia. Getting the big man out.
And that really clogged up the middle on that ball screen. Ivisic over Hefner. And that'll put the big man at the free throw line.
Well, we'll take a look at Garcia on the other end. He's going to take him off the bounce. Try to get inside of him. See if you can get an angle and make him work. And again, that's 6 points on some rip throughs by the A&M bigs. And on the other end, Arkansas hasn't been able to find Big Z on some of those mismatches down low, but made a conscious effort to do it that time.
But man, is he playing with a lot of confidence. Career high 2 games ago, another 25-point game. Last time talking to him after shoot-around last night, I said, Z, it's got to be the mustache, right? He said, yeah, my brother makes fun of me. My mom hates it. Big Z's Vondermeer is 4 minutes older than his twin brother Tomislav in action for Illinois today at home against Michigan State. He said, thank you so much for complimenting my mustache. Nobody, and I mean nobody likes it, including my own mom.
And he is such a testament of sticking with it. Those first 5 games in SEC play, a lot of guys were just, their confidence be shot, worrying about themselves. All he did was come to practice every day and wait for his opportunity.
And he gets whistled for the foul, going for the block shot. Now Pharrell Payne. Pardon me, you got Jonell Davis. That's his second.
But they are making this an interior game now. It is A&M. That's where they can really take advantage of Arkansas, who likes to play small. Their best defensive lineup for Arkansas is not their best offensive lineup, so it's a trade-off. And right now, they've got an offensive lineup in, so advantage Aggies on this end of the court.
Here's Pharrell Payne. In and out. Saturday, today, 4 o'clock Eastern. It's a Sonic Blockbuster, Auburn and Alabama from Coleman Coliseum in Tuscaloosa. And Syracuse plays host to UNC at 8 Eastern, 7 Central. Kentucky matches up with Texas just down the road in Austin. The one for Payne. And rebounded by Richmond. It's a big one at the Moody Center today. Texas needs to find some wins. Here's Wagner. So Zaydu skips it all the way into the corner. And the pull-up jumper is good from Carter Knox. Is that a shot that will be there against A&M's defense?
It is, but it all starts with a cut from the opposite wing that opened everything up on that weak side. Great pass by Adu.
Knox with the rebound, push ahead to Richmond. The ball moving, Theo drives into Wiltshire, and it's a blocking foul.
College game day is rolling.
We out here.
Big three, we're bringing the energy.
Plenty of hoop knowledge.
And a whole lot of fun.
College game day live from Columbia on ABC.
I want to taste your banana pudding. You taste my banana pudding. It's on. It's on.
I was going to say, will you marry me?
Save 2 times more for all of life's moments. With the bank that's your ally.
Spring forward this tax season with Straight Talk and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G with select plans, all with real unlimited data on America's most reliable 5G network. Because this tax season is free phone season. Straight Talk, available at Walmart.
Celebrating 50 years of music live, featuring Arcade Fire, B-52, Backstreet Boys, Bad Bunny, Bonnie Raitt, Brandy Carlisle, Chris Martin, Dave Grohl, David Byrne, Devo, Eddie Vedder, Jack White, Jelly Roll, Lady Gaga, Miley Cyrus, Mumford & Sons, Post Malone, The Roots, only on Peacock.
Devotion for Man by Dolce & Gabbana.
They're salty, they're sweet, balanced breaks can't be beat. Fruit and nuts for you, natural cheese and crackers too. All together in a pack, the delicious balanced snack.
Sargento, we're real cheese people.
Sunday, it's a Sonic Blockbuster on ABC, featuring 2 teams that know what it takes to raise banners.
It's Cage Bucket. Here's my race
UConn, South Carolina, Sunday at 1 on ABC.
Obesity is America's deadliest epidemic.
This is America.
74% of us are overweight, and the $160 billion weight loss industry thrives on keeping it this way.
This is America.
This system wasn't built to help us. It was built to keep us sick and stuck. But not anymore. Hims & Hers offers life-changing weight loss medications that are affordable, doctor-trusted, and designed to fit your body, goals, and lifestyle. Join us in the fight for a healthier America.
There are 2 kinds of bourbon drinkers. Those who put it on a pedestal, and those who put it within reach. If you'd rather add rocks to your glass than bourbon to your collection, there's Evan Williams 1783. An award-winning small batch that's extra aged, 90 proof, and easy to enjoy, with or without friends. What can we say? You're our kind of people. Evan Williams 1783 small batch. When bourbon's done right, people notice.
Number 8, Texas A&M in a tight one with Arkansas. It's a 2-point lead for the Aggies. What have they done well so far?
Well, I think they've done well by going at Big Z. Get the big man away from the basket, rip through, make him move his feet. The other thing is, notice there's no extra rim protector because they've got their offensive small lineup in the game, does Arkansas. So if you get him away from the basket, make him play one-on-one, there's less weak side help on the other end. And oh, by the way, if A&M does miss the shot, that makes Arkansas even more vulnerable. So it's a chess match based on lineups. And right now, A&M doing a nice job. 8 of those 10 paint points have been with Big Z on the court.
You'd think the rate would be a little bit higher given the second chance opportunities, but the unconventionality for A&M hits at every corner. They get a lot of second chance points, but they also get a lot of second chance jump shots. If balls that are tipped out, those second chance threes can be absolute daggers.
Yeah, this is eerily similar to a lot of games you've seen. A&M is 6 of 18 from the field, 1 of 6 from 3, and they got the lead, of course. I mean, that's A&M basketball.
Thero's got another one coming. They've won 5 games this season when being outshot by their opponents. Theo giving Arkansas 16-6, and he knocks them both down. Just announced Henry Coleman has changed to number 23. Mark that in your scorebooks.
Got to draw up a fadeaway on the block, right?
Yeah, I think so. Ignore that they're Adidas uniforms for the moment. Theo left it short. Taylor. 95% of his attempts come from deep. He's a 39% shooter behind the arc. .8 A&M lead. Theo through traffic. Fouled by Wiltshire.
Tom, that was a 5-point swing on one end. Theo unable to convert the layup and then transition. If there's one guy you got to point out, it is Wiltshire. He is in the game to do one thing and one thing only: hoist threes. And he is electric when he sees an open rim.
He played at Nebraska last year. He was talking about this A&M team earlier this season, and he said, quite simply, it's the most connected team I've ever been on. Richmond using a Adu screen. Nice feed to the big fella.
That was a great feed by Richmond. He saw the defender with his back to him and just throws it right over his left shoulder.
Jonas Adu, preseason second team All-SEC. That offseason foot surgery, that cost him at the beginning of the year. Taylor trapped. Wagner's all over him. He had to fight through the screen from Payne. Lob, too strong to the cheerleaders. And it's Arkansas basketball.
The double team is tough enough to get out of, but the way Taylor kicks it out, they've got to reverse it quicker and make Arkansas pay for the double team. That time they got stagnant and let Arkansas reset.
Ace Carter in and out of the...
Performing on the biggest stage in the world was just one step in my journey. Hi, I'm Ronnie, and I teach people all over the world how to dance with their dogs on my website. I was searching for a platform where I can really manage my business, and I found that in Weeks. I'm so passionate about dogs and dog dance. It's the most amazing sport in the world, and the fact that in such a short time I was able to build my own business and reach so many people, that's something that makes me super proud.
Grilled or fried? Now that's a Zaxby's Philly. Who's got the sauce? Zaxby's.
Miller Richmond III picks up his first. And it puts Zurich Phelps at the free throw line, senior from Midland, Texas. He had a tremendous run earlier this year when Wade Taylor missed a couple of games. And he just took over the scoring. In fact, he had 34 in a win against Oklahoma. Shot the ball really well from deep, and then the shooting fell off for a period for Phelps.
He is a tough kid. We've seen him play through some injuries and illness. And this is a guy they like to get the ball late in games. And you worried, how would they replace Tyrese Radford from last year? And in a lot of ways, he's sort of a right-handed Radford. A little bit different skill set that gives him that two-headed monster in the backcourt.
Wiltshire takes a seat. Washington returns. You mentioned Arkansas struggles, finishing just 3 for 8 at the rim this game. So 1-2-2 look for A&M. Arkansas attacks it, and it's stolen away by Zurich Phelps. Knox knocks it away. Oddly enough, that is a loose ball drill that A&M starts every practice with. Arkansas can't get to it. It'll be Aggie basketball.
Missed opportunity for a turnover. Phelps just gets loose with the ball. Friendly bounce for A&M.
8 turnovers for the Hogs in the first half.
And you see Wilcher was just out. They sub him in for dead ball situations to try to get a free ball out of the set play.
Overplay Wilcher ends up with Phelps and Richmond the board.
It's really unique. Rarely do you see basketball make special situation subs, but that's exactly what A&M does with Wilcher.
Adu after the ball fake got fouled on the push shot. It's his second on Pharrell Payne. And it puts Jonas Adu at the free throw line for a pair. 3 years playing for Rick Barnes at Tennessee. Was on an Elite 8 team last year. He was first team All-SEC, first team SEC defensive team. Started all 36 for the Volunteers last year.
This is a guy, if Arkansas is going to take another step this season, they got to get more production out of. He's got to get more confidence. He's got a 9'6" standing reach, and they've got to find a way to get him going again, whether it's some touches down low. He's got a really nice soft touch, and he's a guy that's historically had several double-doubles a season in a season in the SEC.
Coleman not only playing in a new jersey, but playing with a bandage over his left eye after taking a shot earlier this game. Phelps finds Taylor, drives on Wagner, and not only getting the foul, but looks like it's going to be a shooting foul.
Wade Taylor's just so good at drawing fouls. As soon as he feels a bump, he goes up with a shot. I mean, he's got a high IQ play. But right now for Arkansas, they'd have the lead on the road if they were able to finish at the rim. They have just left way too many bunnies right here at the basket. That's more about Arkansas, less about A&M on those plays.
Wade Taylor at the free throw line. He missed very often, third in the league at 89%. He's on pace for career record for free throw percentage. He set the school record single season percentage last year. Also had a school record 98 threes, but Wade Taylor is scoreless so far in this one. 1 for 2 from the line. I think it shows A&M's balance. Wade Taylor has always been a volume shooter and a great scorer. He's their leading scorer. He's 17th in the SEC in points per game. They have 11 players averaging 10 minutes per game and 5 averaging 20. This is a deep A&M squad. Brazil had it knocked away. Another turnover, number 9 for Arkansas. Credit A&M with 5 steals on the afternoon. Taylor gets a touch back, gets off balance and throws it up. And he'll go back to the free throw line. Billy Richmond is whistling.
And we saw it on the right side of the court and left side. What I talked about was Wade Taylor so good. When he feels a bump at all, he's going to take that contact and throw this thing up. He knows it's got no chance of going in, but he's got a good chance of getting to the free throw line. This team is such a pain to play against on the offensive glass, their defensive strategy, and also with this point guard right here.
He can score in bunches, and he did so last year against Arkansas. He put up a career-high 41. It was a game that the Hogs came back and won on a Tremont Mark buzzer beater. All 3 from the free throw line for Wade Taylor. He kind of plays similarly to the rest of the Aggie team. They seem to be more of a second half than a first half team this year.
And we're still waiting on the Aggies to play 40 minutes of great basketball. Easier said than done in the SEC, but
Knox, his brother, we just saw a couple of nights ago playing at South Florida. Brother Kobe, remember his brother Kevin. Knox's second was the SEC Player of the Year for John Calipari in 2018. Garcia, aggressive move, and 2 bigs. The Birds have fumbled it out of bounds. It's a 2-point A&M lead.
USAA. You could be eligible if your spouse, parent, or even your grandparents served.
That was it. You're in.
As a veteran, I'm already in. USAA, are you eligible?
I have prepared Thomas's breakfast for you to savor together.
Thanks, Tom. Hey, are English muffins from England?
Heavens no, they're from the pantry.
Are you from England?
Nay, I am also from the pantry. Huzzah! A toast to breakfast.
We've never spoken, but you've told us many things. That you love stargazing, hate parallel parking, and occasionally your right foot gets a little heavy. The Lexus ES didn't begin in the studio, it began with you.
Introducing Domino's Best Deal Ever. Get any pizza with any toppings for just $9.99 online. Your favorite pizza at our best price. Any pizza with any toppings for $9.99. It's Domino's Best Deal Ever. But it's not forever, so get it before it's gone. Only at Domino's.
I think we want to have some fun today.
We know how to make fun.
I hope you enjoy Thailand.
We usually go to the Caribbean.
I almost died today.
No, you didn't.
Something's off. Got really bad feeling.
I'm a little freaked out.
I think you survived.
It's the Ashley President's Day sale going on now. Feel the freedom to get your best rest ever with up to $200 off adjustable bases. Plus, you can snooze now, pay later with 0% interest for 60 months. Shop more deals in-store and online. Only at Ashley.
I have something to show you guys. Color Sonic by L'Oreal, an automatic coloring brush. The color mixes itself, and all I have to do is brush it on. And you can color from root to tip, or you can just do the roots. Is this a game changer or what?
Thinking of updating my kitchen? Yeah. Yes. This year, we are finally updating our kitchen. Doing subway tile and an ivory or eggshell. Cream, maybe bone. Don't get me started on quartz. Big island. You ever heard of a waterfall count?
For everyone who talks about doing that thing,
over there,
but never does that thing,
sweet little breakfast nook.
Chase has financial
See how
guidance.
you can start saving to make this happen. Really?
Really?
Really.
At home or in
You
person.
can also check out a Chase Money Skills workshop.
That's guidance from Chase. Make more of what's yours.
The Jeep halftime report is on the way. Coming up, we'll set the table for 1 versus 2, the biggest key for Alabama against their arch rivals, and the hottest team in the ACC not named Duke. What's surprising, Malcolm, about Arkansas?
Yeah, they're doing a great job on the glass. Texas A&M leads the nation 17 second chance points. Right now, they only have 2 in this game. Arkansas doing a great job rebounding the ball.
I love Texas A&M, but for A&M to achieve where they want to get to, they need Wade Taylor to score more. He's coming off the injury where he missed 3 games, so he's been out for a little bit. It's taken a little time to get back in sync, so we'll see how he goes moving this next half.
Tom, a fun start to what is an enormous day in the SEC, but aren't they all?
Indeed, KC, thank you. Looking forward to that Sonic blockbuster this afternoon with Auburn at Alabama. A rare in-state 1 versus 2. Most recent was Tennessee going to Memphis. And that was on John Calipari's mind to shoot around last night. He said, man, that was the Super Bowl. Justin Timberlake was there. Priscilla Presley was there. But he, with a nod and a wink, he said, you know, they lost their next game and they went to the national championship.
Well, Tennessee did lose their next game at Vanderbilt. I remember Bruce Pearl famously said, you know, Cialis advertises side effects that lasted longer than our number 1.
Here's Knox. Arkansas has not played well, has not shot well. 9 turnovers, 41% shooting. And there's turnover number 10, yet only down by 2.
At least 3 of those turnovers have been Arkansas taking the bait on those baseline drives. That's where A&M wants to send you. Last night, Coach Cal said, look, if you get in there and you're indecisive, just shoot it. 3 things are going to happen. We're either going to make it, get the rebound, or we miss. 2 out of 3 isn't that bad.
Here's Taylor. Whips it to the corner. And after hesitation, Knox with the rebound. There's Solomon Washington off the mark. This is a team, as Richmond gets fouled, that shoots with a lot of confidence. In fact, the last game against LSU, where the coaching staff came in the locker room at halftime, they came in right at the moment that his teammates were telling Solomon Washington, you got to shoot that 3. You got to shoot that 3. And so that confidence is not only internal, but it comes from the teammate support.
Well, and Buzz Williams preaches to his team, take predictable shots. And if your teammates are expecting you to take it, then they're preparing for the offensive rebound. And that's what makes them such an elite offensive rebounding team, the best in the nation.
Washington only 25% from deep. We wouldn't know it. And now another one coming from Billy Richmond III, freshman from Memphis, who played his high school ball at the High, Camden, New Jersey. Knocks them both down. By the way, now tied at 25, and the value of a road win against A&M has increased.
That's that special situation substitution. They put him in after a timeout. Dead ball out of bounds play. He rewards his coach.
Shot clock off. 10 on the game clock. Richmond running the point. Yeoman's work for Arkansas this afternoon. Brazil with a touch. Picks up his dribble. Fires from three. Air ball. Adu got a whistle beforehand, and I think they're going to say it was out of bounds. And they might put another second or two on the clock. A&M heading back to the locker room. But Don Daly saying, hey, half's not over yet. Wade Taylor's halfway to the orange slices.
As if you would know, team dad that never volunteered.
Tell me where the drop off the cooler. Y'all.
Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
One more, everybody.
I think the Bellarmine difference comes from being a liberal arts institution and a faith-based.
On the bottom of the backboard stanchion there.
It's a great look. Yeah, he didn't step out of bounds. It hit off the stanchion.
Yeah.
So let's assume it's under a half second. A&M just take a knee.
No, this is wheel route for Wade Taylor. He's confident anywhere on the court, and that includes from 60 feet or so.
He almost hit a game winner in that game at the Moody Center against Texas.
After review, the game clock will be set to 0.7 seconds.
Oh, it's a little bit longer than I thought. All right, so 0.7 of a second. And Wade Taylor is unconventional enough that he's also a guy that he doesn't need to be going to his strong hand. He always seems to find a way. Hit the game winner against Missouri from the right wing off the left-handed dribble. Taylor with slow first half from a scoring perspective. Has only one bucket on 1 of 6 shooting. Taylor likely to get it in the corner. Garcia can help him out. Arkansas got to be careful not to commit a silly foul here at the end of the half. Here's Garcia. Turning the heat. Just off. 5-point A&M lead. As Dane said, not aesthetically pleasing. Hogs in foul trouble. See how they respond. Jeep halftime report. Here's KC.
Tom, great balance for the Aggies in a game Arkansas's got to have, down 5 at the break. It's the Jeep halftime report. Malcolm, Clemson followed up that huge Duke win with a 20-point thumping of North Carolina, and they are taking it to Florida State.
One of the more underrated backcourts in college basketball, Jaden Zachary, Chase Hunter, those two guys have been outstanding for Clemson.
Kevin, you mentioned it. It's hard to do. You have such an emotional win against Duke to follow it up against North Carolina and then follow it up again right now what they're playing against Florida State. Credit to Brad Brunell and the Clemson Tigers.
Tremendous start to that first half. And look at Ian Shefflin stealing the inbound pass. Dylan Hunter, the 3, 17-point lead for the Tigers early in the second half. Jeep halftime report. Malcolm Huckabee, Coach Josh Pastner, Kevin Connors here in studio. 10 Arkansas turnovers in that first half. Coach, we always talk a lot about Texas A&M being a good defensive team. Where did that manifest itself in the first half?
I think Texas A&M is so great defensively because they're the best, not good, but the best stunning team in college basketball. What does stunning mean? Stunting means that when you make a pass, the next guy who's not actually guarding the ball handler stunts to on the pass and then recovers. That's why when you play Texas A&M, if you look at the opponent, their teams are always high assist because you have to keep making the extra pass. A&M is constantly in rotation. They force you baseline, and they're constantly stunning from one guy to the next, and it looks like you're playing 6-on-5. You have to keep the ball moving and keep attacking because eventually you run out of guys with the amount of times they stunt. But they are at a high level of what they do, and that's why they're hard to score on. Absolutely. To get in the tournament.
Of course, if you're in the SEC, you're probably in the NCAA tournament. 14, according to Joel and Artie, to start the day. When we come back, we'll talk about the top two. And all of college basketball set to meet in T-Town today. The biggest key for Alabama against number 1 Auburn.
Right? And you can't beat the Angel Reese special. All right, let's break it down. It's a quarter pounder with my favorite barbecue sauce, American cheese, crispy bacon, pickles, and onions on a sesame seed bun. Get the Angel Reese special at McDonald's. What are you waiting for?
This is TGL presented by SoFi. 24 of the best players in the world. No, the universe pitted against each other 3 versus 3. 6 teams in a first-of-its-kind arena. We added shot clocks, mic'd up players, playoffs, overtime, and you get to watch it all on ESPN, baby. Keep up. It's golf.
Rock, paper, scissors for who's on dinner duty?
Nice try.
I'll get it. Need some help? Easy weeknight dinners.
What did you do? I can't believe we're burying a body in our garden.
What are you, a morality cop?
People always think they can get away with it. What did you do?
Crack the window so there's oxygen to keep the fire.
How many cars have you torched? What did you do? When you're in a garden club, you never know what's growing underneath. What did you do?
Grosse Pointe Garden Society. Check your local listings.
You're watching the Jeep Halftime Report.
What to watch for 4 Eastern ESPN today. How about the biggest game in the history of Coleman Coliseum? First ever number 1 versus number 2 matchup in SEC history. Both Auburn and Alabama are essential locks to be 1 seeds. It's the beginning of a brutal stretch here for Alabama. Look, both of these teams are elite in just about every aspect of the game. Auburn makes 9.5 3-pointers per game. Only Kentucky and Alabama make more. Josh, what's going to be the key for Alabama defending the 3-point line today?
Well, look, the focal point for Auburn is going to be obviously Broom, and that is the focal point. Are you covering them with single coverage? Are you doubling them? How do you guard them? But I think the key is going to be, what do you do against Auburn's other shooters, because they have multiple weapons on the perimeter that can make threes that opens up the defense. And Alabama's one of the best in the country at guarding the 3. So I think that's going to be the number 1 key for Alabama. Okay, hey, Broom, you can go get 35, but we're not going to let you other guards go beat us today. Or if we decide to double Broom and we kick it out, the quickness of the recovery and making him have to make one more and recovering to that pass to take out the 3-point shot, I think is going to be the key for Alabama if they want to win this game this afternoon.
All right, so if Coach is saying the key is Janai Broom here, right? Or he could be the best player on the side of the ball for Auburn. What about Tahad Pettiford?
I don't think we give him enough love. We talk a lot about Cooper Flagg. We talk a lot about the 2 freshmen at Rutgers. Tahad Pettiford has been fantastic off the bench for Bruce Pearl. 11 points per game. He's shooting over 40 from the 3-point line, and he's their second leading assist guy. 65 assists on the year. He has played his role phenomenally. I don't think we talk about him enough when we talk about some of the best freshmen. And oh, by the way, he's on the number 1 team in college basketball. Tahad Pettiford, I think, is the X factor for this Auburn team off the bench.
On the number 1 team in college basketball, who, oh, by the way, has 13 quad 1 wins. That's 8 more than Alabama has. Coach, controlling emotions. How do you do it in a game like this?
Well, look, this is an emotional game, and in this day and age, everyone's got their cell phone out. They know this is a big game. But the preparation from the coach's standpoint has got to be the same as you would from the first game of the season, whether you're playing in the national championship. Because you can't get too high with the highs or too lows with the lows, because both these teams in the league that they're in, they got another quick turnaround, whether it's Tuesday or Wednesday, so they can't get all built up this game and then go out the next week and then take an L. So it's staying composure. I think the key word, staying balanced and not getting too high or too low.
There's no pressure on these teams. They have aspirations of going to the Final Four and winning it. Look, Auburn probably still has a bad taste in their mouth how the season ended last year in the NCAA tournament. Both these teams, obviously, they're going to be in the tournament, whether it's a 1 or a 2 seed. For them, all sights, I think, are on national championship.
Don't call it a football rivalry.
This is not a football league. It's a basketball league.
You said it, Coach. Pharrell Payne would agree with that. A&M, a 5-point lead at the break.
This halftime report is presented by Jeep. There's only one.
Look at him, streaming DirecTV without a satellite dish.
Did you see how fast that guy found the game? He hardly struggled at all.
Every day is a struggle for us pigeons, and he's flipping through channels faster than a falcon.
You know, I dated a falcon once.
Investment opportunities are everywhere you turn. But at T. Rowe Price, we're letting curiosity light the way, asking smart questions about opportunities like advances in healthcare and how these innovations will create a healthier world tomorrow. Better questions, better outcomes.
Advil Targeted Relief. The only topical pain reliever with 4 powerful pain-fighting ingredients that start working on contact to target tough pain at the source for up to 8 hours of powerful relief. Advil Targeted Relief.
Your life is pretty smart, but when it's time to eat, suddenly you feel out of sync. Refresh your routine with Factor. Chef-prepared meals delivered with a tap, ready in 2 minutes. Imagine dinner on autopilot and enjoying Tuscan tomato chicken without lifting a finger. Upgrade your plate. Optimize your nutrition. Eat smart with Factor.
Hey, Meta, what is this artwork?
Comedian by Mauricio Catalan worth $6.2 million.
What? Whoa. That's a $6.2 million banana. Are you kidding? We need to find you another banana. Bananas.
Gentlemen,
What a place you have.
who eats art?
Think you're supposed to say, hey, Meta. Like, hey, Meta, who eats art? And then Meta would say, Chris Pratt.
Hey, Meta, call my lawyer.
This is the moment the magic happens. Celebrate Valentine's Day with Ferrero Rocher. Smooth chocolate and crunchy hazelnut, wrapped in gold. Happy Valentine's Day from Ferrero Rocher.
Chipotle's braised beef barbacoa might be our best kept secret. Slow-cooked, responsibly raised beef, seasoned with garlic and cumin. Hand shredded for fall to fork tenderness. Chipotle's braised beef barbacoa. If you know, you know.
Even when U.S. Women's National Team forward Mallory Swanson isn't on the field, she always makes the perfect play. Thanks to the Bank of America Customized Cash Rewards Visa card, she'll earn 3% cash back on her purchase after choosing the online shopping category.
The first official committee rankings were just released. Coach, massive SEC representation.
Massive, that's an understatement. 6 of the top 12 seeds of this are from the SEC. It's incredible. It's never happened before. That's an amazing stat right there, if it can hold up.
We're getting closer to March, so obviously everybody's thinking about who could be potential national champion. If I'm picking out of these 4, I like Florida. I love Florida's balance. For me, Walter Clayton Jr., one of the best guards in college basketball, and they got 5 or 6 dudes that can give you a bucket.
We've got a huge second half on the way. From College Station, this has been the Jeep Halftime Report.
Maybelline, New York, Sky High Mascara, our brave cadets.
Buckle up.
Will go to limitless lengths as they launch lashes sky high. Maybelline, New York.
Man, that sandwich looks lonely, and that's sad. So let Jimmy John's fix that by adding free chips and a free drink. Turn an 8-inch sandwich or wrap into a combo for free after 2 p.m. Only at Jimmy John's.
5K fun run.
Say hi to Patty, celebrated social worker.
Who's coming in second?
Self-appointed social chair. Potluck, kickball, last call.
Sign up for Goat Yoga.
You name it, she's on it.
Jim!
And you have 47 emails to prove it. But her capacity to care is unmatched. You need Patty. Patty needs a retirement plan. Work with principals so we can help you help Patty with a retirement and benefits plan that's right for her.
Good night, guys.
Let our expertise round out yours.
Taking the time to savor Thomas's crunchy yet soft bagels.
Thanks, Tom.
It's Tom, actually.
Right, Tom.
Tom. You do that on purpose?
Tom.
Tom.
How have we got to town?
Huzzah! A toast to breakfast.
I'll only be gone a couple days, Rumi.
Yay.
I put all the important contact info on the fridge.
I know how to get in touch with USAA. I can file a claim or chat right in the app. USAA, Auto, Home, Life, and Bank.
Lancôme New Genifique Ultimate Serum, powered by beta-glucan. Reverses visible signs of skin damage in just 1 week. New Genifique Ultimate Serum. Choose your free gift from Lancôme at Macy's, the beauty destination.
ACE's new Yard RX program prescribes the best lawn care, specific to your yard's needs, delivered every season. Because when you want greener grass, less weeds, and fewer bugs, now you can get a personal prescription delivered to you from the helpful folks at ACE. You'll get everything you need at our best price each season, guaranteed. From our store to your front door, with service so good it's guaranteed.
ACE is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
When we are together, there is nothing better. When you're here, it feels like home.
Craft together something special with Kraft Natural Cheese.
From Reno Arena and Bryan College Station, you're watching the SEC on ESPN. 12th man in full throw today, and A&M with a 5-point lead at the break for the 8th-ranked team in the country. Welcome back courtside. Tom Hart alongside Dane Bradshaw. Arkansas, massive foul trouble to the starters. Had to play basically half the half without their guys, and A&M played good on both ends of the floor.
They sure did. I thought Arkansas really came out strong. That was the challenge from Coach Cal was, can you dictate this game in the first 5 minutes? The foul trouble really got to them, as you said, but they got off to a really strong start. 8-0 run to start the game by Arkansas as they were able to get in transition. They were able to be opportunistic with Big Z on the offensive end. Nelly Davis hitting a three. And that 8-0 spurt is really what has kept them in the game so far to build that early lead. But as A&M starts...
This Valentine's Day, say it with art that lasts forever. Get up to 33% off all metal posters from Display, including the new 3D enhanced Textra designs. The perfect gift? Right here, waiting to hug their walls. Shop up to 33% off now at display.com.
Moving can mean finding a place where your kids can run and play. A cross-country track to start a career, or beginning a new chapter in life. Visit YouMoveMe.com today for a free estimate and find out why You Move Me will be your best move ever.
Bunnies, because rarely are you going to get them against this Aggie defense, so you must convert to get those opportunities.
Razorbacks just 3 for 8 at the rim. Vladimir Vicic after back-to-back 20-point games. 3 points in the first half.
If I'm A&M, I'm going to go to Phelps right here at the elbow. That play worked well for him in the first half.
Kick save and a beauty. Nelly Davis. I mean, really good feet. Graduate player out of Gary, Indiana, 4 years at Florida Atlantic. Looking a trip to the Final Four. Phelps got sloppy with it. Taken away by Davis. Push ahead into traffic, and Theo can't squeeze. She got a little too aggressive. Wade Taylor off the ball deep in the corner, guarded by Wagner, who's been all over him today. Coleman, blocked by Vicic. And taken away by Carter Knox.
I think that's where he's best with his shot blocking, is coming off the ball on the weak side, as he did right there.
A&M gets its shot blocked more than any team in the country. 5.3 blocks per game. Here's Davis. That one was touched by Obaseki. Wade Taylor finds Coleman on the roll. Off the glass and in. Largest lead of the game for A&M, up 7.
He's really been playing well over his last 4. He's been averaging 11 points, 9 boards, logging 30 minutes a game. Really an X factor for this A&M offense.
And it's nearly 2 blocks a game as well for Coleman in that span. Wagner blocked by Coleman. There's one of them. The A&M team is running a 4-game win streak.
And it has been physical early. And you'll just see right here, these guys are battling down low for position. And Coleman finishing through contact has a really nice soft touch. As much attention as these guards get for A&M, a big part of their offense is just hitting that short roll to the 5 and 4 men.
There's Payne with the block a moment ago. Shot clock at 6. Out to Theo. He's hit 1-3 today. Makes this a mid-range that is much more in his range than a foul with Ivicic crashing the glass. And they're going to get Obaseki for the undercut. It's his second. Talking to this Arkansas coaching staff, the usage of Zvonimir Ivicic has really been turned up, and we're running some really simple stuff for him. You got a couple of really clean looks on baseline out of bounds plays, and a win Wednesday against LSU. Now Daly's going to walk down and talk with Buzz Williams.
Oh, they're going to call this a shooting foul for a tip-in. And if he was in that active shooting and trying to tip it in,
Buzz, the look for Buzz says it all. One more coming for Zvonimir.
I think the key for this Arkansas team right now is how well Ivicic can play on the defensive end. If he can hold his own on that end, that means they can keep their best offensive lineup in the game without giving up too much on the defensive end. I thought that's what hurt them in the last 15 minutes of that first half.
I guess the question is, will A&M go after him? Wade Taylor driving. And they got the foul. The foul will be charged to Carter Knox. Here's Connor's block.
There's some of that rim protection that he can provide you. Again, I think him as a weak side defender is where he's really strong. It's when you get him in that ball screen action and he's got to guard the ball away from the basket is where Arkansas must find a way to get some stops.
So Taylor at the free throw line. I was talking with Vince Walton, the assistant coach for Texas A&M before the game. We're talking about Ivicic on the interior. Kind of gives and takes, right? He's an elite shot blocker, but he can be pushed around, and you can create some space with him. So it's almost like you have to have a very short memory. He may get a handful of blocks in this game, but if you stick with it, especially with the offensive rebounding potential, you can take advantage. Here's Joe Davis.
Absolutely. I think that there's a net gain there with Big Z on the court. We've seen it. They know you cannot win a game on the road without a special effort against a team like A&M, and it's that type of carelessness that's catching up to them.
What about DJ Wagner's role in that turnover?
Yeah, I think you've got to make sure that you're on the same page. As the point guard and quarterback, it's almost like if your guys aren't lined up right, don't hike the ball. And so there was not a low shot clock situation. Just be patient. And Wagner has been out of rhythm so far in this game, but he's got to play his best 14 minutes in a long time if Arkansas is going to win this one.
He has put forth so much effort on the defensive end on Wade Taylor the fourth. They bring a double out on Adu. He skips it to Theo. Hesitated. Finds Wagner in the corner. And Richmond goes high to snare that one. Saved by Wagner. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Theo finishes at the rim.
Great drive by Theo on what many would call a stampede drive. Just catch it on the go as A&M was out of position due to the offensive rebound.
Remember, you mentioned DJ Wagner's struggles today. Remember the playing without first-round pick Boogie Flan. Had surgery on his thumb after an injury earlier during conference play. Here's Taylor. And they bring Adu out to help. And tip and a steal. Nellie Davis says, I'll take it myself. And Arkansas is right there in this game, trailing only by 3.
Great answer out of the timeout. 2 big-time hustle plays. The offensive rebound, then the deflection leading to the fast break point where they finally finish one of those transition opportunities.
Certainly helped by the trap from Adu. Back out to Phelps. Keep it on this side of the floor. Another skip to Hefner. All the way to the other side. Shot like a 3. Hayden Hefner, well guarded. And the jumper off the mark from Henry Coleman III.
Well, then quietly, their half-court defense has been better with Adu on the court.
And to stay this direction, Arkansas has outscored A&M by 2 since the break.
Arkansas defense really stepping up. First, the offensive rebound by Richmond with the great save by Wagner, and Thero's just going to catch this thing on the go, gets to the rim, and then the double team off the ball screen here results in deflection by Wagner. All gas, no brakes by Davis. Good finish.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. And get access to over 1,000 airport lounges where you just check in and chill out. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Hey guys, there's a change in the air.
2 changes.
2 changes.
The 3-row luxury TX, because everyone should feel like the center of the universe.
This President's Day, feel the freedom to style your space with modular sectionals starting at $699.98 now at Ashley. Plus, pay over time with 0% interest for 60 months. Shop in-store or online. Only at Ashley.
Beef that's slow roasted. Fish that is slow too. Slower than the boat anyway. Arby's, we have the meats.
Sargento! I'm savory, I'm sweet, your family's favorite treat. Natural cheese for you and your favorite cookies too. With Chips Ahoy! I'm tasty, I'm fun, balanced breaks for everyone.
Sargento, we're real cheese people.
An MSC cruise isn't just a vacation, it's a holiday full of European style.
And all the things Americans love too. Come on, Bloom!
There are a ton of football matches.
Games, football games. Woo! You ready for some adrenaline?
I was born ready. How high is that?
So high.
Privacy.
Privacy.
Gelato.
Froyo.
Architecture.
Sharkitecture.
That is a big act.
It's American. Of course it's big.
What a vacation.
Don't you mean holiday?
My bad.
We should stop now.
Yeah.
Devotion for Man by Dolce & Gabbana.
Celebrating 50 years of music. Live. Featuring Arcade Fire, B-52, Backstreet Boys, Bad Bunny, Bonnie Raitt, Randy Carlisle, Chris Martin, Dave Grohl, David Byrne, Devo, Eddie Vedder, Jack White, Jelly Roll, Lady Gaga, Miley Cyrus, Mumford & Sons, Post Malone, The Roots, only on Peacock.
This tax season, do more than just catch up. Spring forward with a free 5G phone with select Straight Talk plans. So you can spring for something you never knew you needed. All with real unlimited data on America's most reliable 5G network. Find us at Walmart and straighttalk.com.
46-43, A&M with the lead over Arkansas. We've got a Sonic blockbuster coming your way from Tuscaloosa, #1 versus #2. Don't lose sight of the importance of the others, though. North Carolina fighting for its bubble life. Heels have lost 4 straight ACC road games. And Kentucky making its first ever trip to Austin. Last time 1 versus 2 in state. John Calipari's Memphis Tigers and Bruce Pearl's Tennessee Volunteers. Stars were out. Priscilla was there. Peyton was there. Justin Timberlake was sitting courtside. Cal told me last night, he said, this is the game where Derrick Rose took off. Walked in pregame. He had a steely look on his face. He was ready to go. Tyler Smith provided the go-ahead bucket. Memphis missed one late. It was like a Super Bowl. Game day was there. The ratings were through the roof.
And that's a game people still talk about to this day as great set play. Again, stealing a possession there and some points off the sideline out of bounds. But that 08 game, Tom, I mean, people continue to talk about that same way the game today for years upon years. And I know Bruce Pearl, knows challenging their team. Which side of the history you want to be on in this matchup? Because this one's going down in the record books.
Turnaround jumper from Solomon Washington. The lead back to 3. Razorbacks have turned it up on the offensive side with 3 consecutive makes. Doing it with Billy Richmond running the point. Richmond working on Washington. Blocked at the rim. Here's Hefner now. Taylor to Coleman. And now Phelps off balance. You know, this Arkansas team, that home game against Alabama, they had a late run and they closed the gap, but they just couldn't close the deal. And they have, Arkansas hasn't led since this game was 10-9. 48 all. Timeout on the floor here in Aggieland. The Hogs creating havoc.
get you one way, one long way.
I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you one way or another. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you one way or another. I'm gonna get you. I'll get you.
The Zaxby's Chicken Philly is back. Who's got the sauce? Zaxby's.
Fair helps us connect with businesses that align with our values, and that's really important to us. That's why we're the bank that's your ally.
I ran for governor because I was tired of Arkansas being ranked at the bottom and promised big changes to take us to the top. I kept that promise, delivering transformational education reform, lower taxes, and safer communities. Now Arkansas is ranked #1 for lowest cost of living, #1 for economic growth, and the #1 state Americans are moving to. Arkansas is not just moving in the right direction. We are charging boldly ahead.
ProPlan is always advancing with game-changing formulas that promote mental sharpness and help extend lives. See what nutrition can do. Purina ProPlan, always advancing.
Liberty. Liberty Mutual is all she talks about since we saved hundreds by bundling our home and auto insurance. Liberty.
Hey, kid. It's pronounced Bibberty.
Liberty.
Bibberty.
Liberty.
Bibberty.
Liberty.
Bibberty. No, she's mocking me. Very mature.
Hey, that's a nephew too.
Hey, I'm not the one acting like a total baby.
She's 2.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, liberty, liberty.
Liberty.
Choose Advil Liquid Gels for faster, stronger, and longer-lasting relief than Tylenol Rapid Release Gels. Because Advil targets pain at the source of inflammation. So for faster pain relief, Advil, the pain away.
Look at him, streaming DirecTV without a satellite dish.
Did you see how fast that guy found the game? He hardly struggled at all.
Every day is a struggle for us pigeons, and he's flipping through channels faster than a falcon.
You know, I dated a falcon once.
Well, Arkansas has been on a tear since the timeout by Calipari. Just a nice handoff play, big to small. Willie Richmond comes in and hammers it home, and then a 3-ball in the corner. Tom, we've heard different versions of Cal, swaggy Cal, but I think since that timeout when he kicked the table, cranky Cal's been very effective. 9-2 run since that turnover that led to the timeout by Arkansas.
And he's coaching Z up on his defense. He's been a little bit cranky because he's been under the weather. Having a hard time kicking the ball that he's got. But man, what an answer for his team. Now tied at 48.
I can't say enough about the freshman out of Memphis, Billy Richmond. I mean, he's been sensational running the point guard. The offense has been better with him in the game.
They slack off Garcia, trying to get the ball to Wiltshire. 3-point specialist, and that cut is kicked. They'll put 20 on the shot clock. A&M led this game by 8, and they got the crowd into it multiple times. Like they could never extend it to double digits and really put the accelerator down. Wiltshire, too strong. He's now 2 for 3 from deep. Richmond getting it done. Here's Knox. 3-ball off the mark from Nellie Davis. Rebounded by Phelps. A little wide for Wiltshire and an A&M turnover.
And I think the story within the game so far for Arkansas is they have taken away A&M's strength. Just 7 offensive rebounds for 4 second chance points for the Aggies. Remember, this is the best team in the country in offensive rebounds and second chance points, and Arkansas has been beating them at their own game.
Richmond using the screen, and he turns it over. Here's Zurich Phelps out of the pack. 2-hand jam. Nellie Davis Gives it up to Knox. Gets it back to Davis. 16-footer. And a fight for the rebound by Knox. Back out to Davis. They'll try it again.
We're going to need him to make a couple. 3 of 11 now for Davis, and I think he's actually had some pretty good looks. He likes it off the bounce from mid-range and from 3. Just hasn't been able to knock him down yet.
Garcia tries one. And the rebound corralled by Adu. No Ivicic. Wagner will return with Theo the next step ball. Richmond lost his foot. Hobbs will be late getting into their offense. Adu finds Richmond cut through. What a move by Billy Richmond III. His dad played at Vandy, then Memphis 02 to 04.
Also owns a great Memphis wing spot. Wing Guru.
Shout out Wing Guru.
But that was a heck of a pass by Adu. I thought that was more of a hope pass than actually open, but Richmond pays it off.
You know, if you have Guru in the name, you can charge just about anything you want. It will trickle out of bounds. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. SEC Network midweek, we got 3 good ones, including Vandy at Kentucky, 7 o'clock Eastern, followed by Alabama going on the road in a ranked versus ranked matchup with Missouri, all on the SEC Network and on the ESPN app.
You just look at those matchups and you think about the coaching jobs in the league this year. It's just impossible to spend enough time on all of them.
Wiltshire for 3. He's missed his last 2 after making his first 2. You want me to put you on the spot for Coach of the Year?
I'm not there yet, but I would still, for what Bruce Pearl's done at Auburn, that Mark Pope, and you got Dennis Gates as well. You're right, I can't do this.
Shot clock, we're getting to single digits. Arkansas looking for the lead. They scored the first 8 of this game before the A&M comeback. Davis has a pinball around up in his hand and out of bounds.
Calipari just imploring Davis, just hit the single, make the simple play. It's just a drive and kick to the wing. If you over-penetrate against Texas A&M, you're dead meat. I mean, they are going to collapse, deflect, and it's going to be turnover city.
Yakim's razor coaching is take the simplest. Tied at 50 now. Nellie Davis takes a seat.
You have to drive to pass against A&M. Make them rotate a couple times.
So with Davis on the bench, still Arkansas going deep as they can with the subs. They're 15-4 this season with an 8-player rotation. That not only includes the Boogie Fland injury, but injuries early in the year. Giving to Adu, will get the reach in, and that will be on the floor. First on Jonas Adu. Boogie Fland, likely lottery pick, Donald's All-America, originally committed to Kentucky, came with Cal, and he made the move. Second in the league in assists per game. You see that right thumb that underwent surgery, got a brace on it.
Game. Arkansas has gone flying at Garcia's corner pump fake, and I don't understand why. He shoots 27%, yet Garcia's going to get him in the air, and not only does the pump fake work, but then Thero's going to jump over his head like Vince Carter, and then bang, bang for Wade Taylor.
All right, guys, don't call this an undercard. Houston, Arizona, every bit a main event. Cougars are 1 game late on the Cats atop the Big 12. This game will start 2 o'clock Eastern on ESPN News.
I have prepared a Thomas's breakfast for you to savor together.
Thanks, Tom. Hey, are English muffins from England?
Heavens no, they're from the pantry.
Are you from England?
Nay, I am also from the pantry. Huzzah! A toast to breakfast.
Hi. Hi. Chocolate fundraiser.
With the Chase mobile app, things move a little more smoothly. Deposit checks easily and send money quickly. That's convenience from Chase. Make more of what's yours.
USAA. You could be eligible if your spouse, parents, or even your grandparents served.
That was it. You're in.
As a veteran, I'm already in. USAA, are you eligible?
You just can't beat a post-game burger at McDonald's, right? And you can't beat the Angel Reese special. All right, let's break it down. It's a quarter pounder with my favorite barbecue sauce, American cheese, crispy bacon, pickles, and onions on a sesame seed bun. Get the Angel Reese special at McDonald's. What are you waiting for?
Today, for the first time ever, the Tigers and Tide battle as top 5 teams in the nation. Janai Broom and top-ranked Auburn.
Janai Broom putting out monster numbers.
Mark Sears and number 2 Alabama.
Oh, there's another one.
This time, it's more than just a rivalry.
They do not like each other one bit.
Auburn, Alabama, today on ESPN.
Here's a little tune about Texas. I've traveled from sea to shining sea, and there's no place I'd rather be than the Lone Star State, Texas, tried and true. It's the biggest of the lower 48, and there's lots of love in this big old state. Now I'll list a couple of them for you. You got the prettiest sunset you ever saw. Our flag is awesome and easy to draw. The people are as friendly as can be. Yeah, we got two-stepping boots and jeans, Tex-Mex barbecue, chili, no beans, and we got ourselves a store called H-E-B. Since they opened up in 1905, they've been a part of Texans' lives, and they want to show their gratitude is sincere. So when you check out, scan your app, get ready to scream, shout, and clap, because you could win free groceries for the whole dang year. But they ain't just giving one away, they'll pick new winners for 120 days to say thank you, Texas, for 120 great years. We love you, Texas.
For the first time, the Tigers and Tide battle as top 5 teams in the nation. This time, it's more than just a rivalry. Auburn, Alabama, Saturday on ESPN.
That's our Sonic Blockbuster, number 1 versus number 2. We've only seen a handful of these matchups in state, but of all of these, starting with Ohio State, Cincinnati in 1961, and the most recent Memphis and Tennessee at FedEx Forum in 2008, number 2 team won all of 5.
Eat like a beast, live like a beast. Wait, I'm not finished. It's time we listen to science that matters.
As red hot from deep as they have been in previous seasons, and can they handle Janai Broom?
Visish will check in at the next dead ball. They didn't bring him in out of the timeout.
The zone look from A&M, Arkansas, unable to penetrate it.
Bad entry pass, and they knew couldn't squeeze it.
Good call by Coach Williams to throw Arkansas out of rhythm some offensively.
16 turnovers for the Hogs, most in SEC play. Aggies take advantage on the other side. Anderson Garcia. Well, Garcia may not fill up the box score, but can he impact the game?
He is now a plus 24 in a 5-point game. That is insane. The impact he's had on this game when he's been on the court.
Where does Arkansas want to go against his own?
You want to try to hit that short corner maybe first, and then operate out of it.
Knox with a driving kick. Shot clock at 3. Corner, nope. And Theo can crash it in to try and grab a rebound. It's a third on a new Theo.
Well, with some of that zone, they're now going to bring Big Z in to help have another shooter. That's the right call there. On the over-the-back foul. But now you've got a few more shooters on the court. Brazil capable from deep. See if A&M stays in that zone with the lineup change.
The SEC high in turnovers for Arkansas is 16 of them today.
Arkansas going to do a little bit of pressure here to speed this game up some.
Hogs haven't scored in 2.5 minutes. Kick back to Wade Taylor, guarded by DJ Wagner. Good screen. And now I got a mismatch. He'll switch back if it's a handoff. See it guarded by Knox. 10 on the shot clock. Beat him to the rim. Got the foul in the end one. The A&M bench said go, 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 and Anderson Garcia went.
I mean, this guy is typically in for his 50-50 balls, his offensive rebounding. but he has been aggressive there on the drive. Says if you're not going to come over and help, this is an and one, late to help. And he gets it up just quick enough. Like he knew there was a shot blocker coming with a Visic, but too late by 44. Garcia makes it pay.
Well, Anderson Garcia, fifth-year senior out of Moca, the Dominican Republic. This is the and one. It's a 7-0 A&M run since this thing was tied at 50. Calipari trying to direct traffic from the sideline. Picked up Visic on the roll.
They've done a good job making Visic play on the interior more. He's such a threat from deep.
Wagner shot like a 5. And Wilson on the drive. Second on Henry Coleman, the third. With this lineup on the floor, where do you go offensively from Hawk?
Well, I think you got to go back to what's worked the past couple of games. Getting Big Z involved in the ball screen or some of that action in the middle of the court where he sets a ball screen, gets a back screen from Davis. That's been a good look for him.
The entry pass came too far away and a Wagner turnover. That is his fourth turnover of the game.
Sometimes when you're playing poorly, you're trying to get it back so quickly you start forcing things that aren't there. Poor decision that time.
Taylor shakes Wagner. An air ball, but Garcia is there to bail him out. As Williams caused some predictable shots, and it was predictable to everyone who plays with Wade Taylor that shot was going to go up.
Well, I think Coach Calipari has said, hey, look, it's just not your night right now. We got to get guys in that are playing with more confidence, even if it's not the lineup they expected to have on the road against a top 10 team, trying to close this thing out.
5.5 to play. A&M leading by 7. Garcia gets it to Coleman.
I don't understand why they fight for every Garcia pump fake.
Taylor knifes his way through, and they'll say it stays with A&M. 8 left on the shot clock. Wade Taylor just 3 for 12 from the floor.
Stats show A&M actually a little bit better late in the clock. They shoot with such confidence. They like the pressure.
Garcia finds Coleman. And he's able to draw the foul. I got a push on the baseline. I believe it's before the shot.
I'm on my soapbox here. Garcia has a good pump fake, but you shouldn't bite at this and come out of your stance causing a rotation. You just shouldn't, and they continue to fall for Garcia's shot fake on the perimeter for a guy that's 26-27%.
And that was the fourth on Theo, now guarding Garcia. Danger zone for Theo.
Much better. Stay down.
Meanwhile, a putback from Henry Coleman when Visic came over to help. Largest lead of the game for A&M. 9-point advantage with 5 to play. Arkansas uses the timeout. 9-point lead for the Aggies playing at home in front of the 12th man. And they're looking for another home win. What is Jack Calipari telling this squad right now? They've given up a 9-0 run. They haven't gotten especially through the looks.
Well, I think it's got to start on the defensive end. They must get stops and allow that to let them get into some sort of transition because they just continue to come up against a set A&M defense on this end of the court. And we'll see what lineup he puts out there. But again, I just don't think they've had Big Z involved enough in some of these ball screens on the perimeter. But credit A&M. I mean, they know what's coming, so it becomes tougher and tougher to execute when you got a guy that's been averaging 26 over the past 2 games. But I think what it does is it gives you more spacing with the Visic on the court. And if they switch, oftentimes if you switch and it's a guard switching on to a big, he still sees a clean rim because he's 7'2" shooting over the top.
Visic has only gotten off 3 shots today. Nellie Davis Well, inbounded for Arkansas, he's 3 of 11 from the field. Knox has been the most efficient player for the Hogs today.
It looks like zone, but I think you still run your offensive man-to-man plays.
Nobody confuses the computers more than Buzz Williams and his defensive alignments. Everything that looks like a zone, he insists is man. Knox slices through for the bucket.
Great job driving that closeout. As soon as they cleared somebody to the baseline, you saw where Carter followed his man, showing you, hey, this is actually man.
A&M not afraid to use some clock if they can. And drive down and finish. Chase Carter's first bucket.
Really hard drive by Carter, no hesitation. And that's how you get it up before a rim protector comes over.
Brazil with a huge screen at midcourt. Everybody in the room saw a foul. The guys in stripes did not. Ivisic touch pass inside. And Brazil draws the foul on the baseline. We're going to knock down, drag out, bare knuckle brawl in Aggie land today. A&M clinging to a 9-point advantage here at Reed Arena.
You never want to lose your edge. And the Lexus RX completely understands that.
You know what's smart? Enjoying a fresh gourmet meal at home that you didn't have to cook. Upgrade your plate with Factor. Chef crafted, dietitian approved, ready in 2 minutes. Eat smart with Factor.
Chipotle's braised beef barbacoa might be our best kept secret. Slow cooked, responsibly raised beef, seasoned with garlic and cumin. Hand shredded for fall to fork tenderness. Chipotle's braised beef barbacoa. If you know, you know.
When you're a sports fan, nothing beats being there. And when you're with Amex Platinum, you never miss the next big moment. That's the powerful backing of American Express.
Guys, still working, eh? Take tomorrow off. Keys.
I'm thinking of buying a house.
A house?
Are you sure?
I don't know anyone that owns a house.
It's a big commitment.
Hey, if you can make it work.
I got this.
It's the Ashley President's Day sale going on now. Feel the freedom to get your best rest ever with up to $200 off adjustable bases. Plus, you can snooze now, pay later with 0% interest for 60 months. Shop more deals in-store and online. Only at Ashley.
Maybelline, New York. Sky High Mascara. Our brilliant cadets. Buckle up. We'll go to limitless lengths. As they launch lashes sky high. Maybelline, New York.
Kevin and Josh in studio. They're on ESPN.
Here's a look at the game summary. Knox and Theo have combined for 27. Wade Taylor has been held to 14 on 3 of 12 shooting. What else jumps out at you on the stat page?
Well, of course, the game summary there, but outside of that, look, when you come into a game, Tom.
Send and receive your things. Courier, now on Uber.
Nice Oakleys, Stipe. Where'd you get them?
GoVex.com.
Hey, Stipe, nice boots. Where'd you get those?
GoVex.com. Use it. Exclusive deals for first responders, military, and law enforcement only at GoVex.com.
If Arkansas can take care of the basketball the last few minutes, they may have a chance to come back and make it close down the stretch.
Theo playing in foul trouble finds Zaydu, and he'll go to the free throw line. That's Pharrell Payne's fourth. got Daytona tomorrow, right? Well, Rubbin's racing in this league. You might lead with a bent fender.
That was the screen at half court that Buzz Williams was so upset about. Typically, the screener is set with his hands down, but leans in with that left forearm and lunges at the defender. No call.
Jonas Adu makes 1 of 2. Full court pickup again. Wagner back on the floor for Arkansas. What about the defensive job he's done on Taylor today?
Yeah, done a nice job there. I think this is an Arkansas team that just has to have a short memory confidence-wise.
Garcia got it to go off the window.
John Calipari's just been unable to find a consistent 5-man lineup that he likes for more than a few possessions at a time.
Largest win of the game for A&M again. Now up 10. Hero cut off. Nelly Davis guarded by Payne. Decides to shoot his jumper over the top of the guy in foul trouble. And a rebound corralled by Solomon Washington.
Everything looks better when you make shots. And right now, Davis, 3 of 12 and 1 of 6 from 3.
Now going to trap Taylor at midcourt. He solves that. Zerg Phelps, fadeaway. And a rebound tip. Great effort from Anderson Garcia in the corner. And it looks like we may have a foul instead of out of bounds. Jeff Hartness came crashing in with his fist raised.
He's been unbelievable in this game, creating extra opportunities for his team, keeping the ball alive. This guy is a plus 29 and 23 minutes played in a 10-point game.
This is key. Adu had the shove in the back, but they got Theo for the foul, and it's the 5th on Theo. And it may behoove the Arkansas bench to ask them to review who they got the foul on, and that's what Don Daly is going to go take a look at. Theo's given the 10 points and 3 boards. There's no question there was a shove from Adu, but did Theo reach in before?
I think that should be on Adu.
Remember, the call came from the official who was at the top of the key, and he would have seen the reach in before the shove. A&M will be in the bonus regardless. 2:45 to play. Not necessarily a gimme. It's an A&M team. Free throw rate has been better over the last 4 games, 4 percentage points higher, but still last in the SEC at 68% overall.
This is an interesting one, Tom, because normally you see a play like that and you say, all right, whose hand went across somebody's wrist or whatever it might be, make sure you get it right. In that replay, there's really 2 guys you could have called the foul on, so I'll be curious, based on what you said, too, about the angle and where the official called the foul early, if they reverse this. To me, I'd be okay with them changing that to Adu.
Much ado about one foul, either Adu or Adu.
I just want to go back to the whole reason we're even reviewing this, why there's going to be a foul on Arkansas, is the motor from Anderson Garcia.
The foul has been changed to number 9, red.
So it'll be on Adu after all of that.
Garcia's just been all over the place. And here he is finishing on this ball screen. You know, Tom, he's averaging 2 offensive rebounds a game this year, which is good, but by his standards, it's not. And last year, he was averaging about 4 offensive rebounds a game, and this one, he's had exactly that. 4 offensive boards for Garcia. This is the Garcia of old that got him that Dominican Rodman nickname.
Played really well against Arkansas. Last year, picked up a double-double. Routine at the free throw line features and stop his feet before coming to the stripe. Isis returns, and Adu will take a seat. This is, for Arkansas, their ideal lineup when things are going well, but they have been stymied by this excellent A&M defensive effort today. Anderson Garcia has one more coming his way.
A&M, I just think if you polled every coach and player in the SEC and said, who was the most annoying, frustrating team to play against in the league, I think Aggies are going to rank right there at the top. And we saw what they could do last game against Georgia. What they had about a 13-minute scoring drought that bled over from the first half to the second.
Came out number 6 in the selection committee's top 16. And they get their 20th win of the season for the 4th straight year. 69-61 is the final score. Big day college basketball on ESPN, including number 1.
With the game's brightest stars. She is going to put on a show tonight. Must-see matchups and off-the-charts hype.
This is what we came to see.
All season long on the networks of ESPN.
From Pixar comes an all-new original series.
Everyone's chasing the feeling of a win.
Hey, Lori, you're famous.
But if someone wins,
You're not funny.
somebody has to lose. What did I just do?
One story.
No matter what happens,
You are all winners. Told from 8 sides.
We'll make it work.
We always do.
Better not blow it.
Disney and Pixar's Win or Lose. Available February 19th only on Disney+.
This is an ESPN Sonic Blockbuster.
I take the first shot, and you keep it going. We know a lot about turning nothing to something.
He is must-see television every time he puts that uniform on.
College basketball, it never disappoints. How fun is this?
The best of college basketball every Saturday on ESPN.
It's the return of women's college hoops. With the game's brightest stars.
A good hands play, but Sky Ziegler. Matter of fact, when you put that in perspective, only 3 players have led the league in assists 3 straight years in the history of this conference. Terry Connor at Alabama back in the mid-'80s. Sean Tuohy, my man Sean at Ole Miss back in late 70s, early 80s. And then Rodney Woods of VFL, 73-75 also led the league in assists, and now this guy will do it as well.
And you can see just how much he means to the Tennessee offense, right? He gets in the lane. He's a guy that can break down that defense. And he's got great timing. That 2-man game, high ball screen where he throws a lob. If that lob's not there, he can kick it to the corner for a 3. He's a great decision maker, competitor. Really got it all in one body.
And how about this? He's outscored Vanderbilt here in the second half by himself, 9-8. This is the Tennessee team we expected to see start the game. It took a while.
It did. They picked it up on this defensive end. They didn't get 20 points in the paint in the first half. Just have 2.5 so far.
Tanner in traffic. They're going to call a foul against Tennessee, a trip. And that's going to go against Jordan Gainey. That'll be his first foul. The 4th of the team.
You think you've just seen the quickest release on a 3-point shot. He comes back and does it even quicker. He might not have been looking at the basket.
That's crazy. 13 now for Edwards. 3 3-pointers. There's Meshack. Gainey. Got it.
Ball moved from side to side. 3 attack. Dribbles to the paint. 3rd one for Gainey. But close enough. Nice balance.
And another foul against Gainey on a trip.
Great presence of mind, though. How many times do we see guys step on the out of bounds line right there on the side of the corner? Great balance and presence of where he's at.
Here's the youngster, Tyler Tanner, came in with 47 assists and only 4 turnovers. And another moving screen will give it back to Tennessee. Carey
Second time he's been hit with one of those. That'll be his third foul.
Tennessee's done a better job of defending that ball screen and really any screen in the second half. They're not being physical, busting up that screen, making it tough for Vandy to turn the corner. Vandy was living in the paint in the first half, not so much in this half.
Ziegler off to Meshack. Sakai. They got the switch. Nickel trying to stop Ziegler. It's going to stay with Tennessee. Vanderbilt by 3, 9:47 to play in this one. Vanderbilt trying to pick up their first season sweep against Tennessee. You got to go all the way back to 2007. Sakai Ziegler says, not on my watch. We are tied at 55. It's the first time we've been tied since we started the day. Down 16 late in the first half. Carey. Collins. Edwards. Shot clock down to 5. Long 3. Lanier. And Tennessee has their first lead. Whistle stops play.
That 3. And Lanier just reading the defense. MJ Collins protecting that 3-point line. Lanier big enough and athletic enough to get to the rim and finish.
There was some pushing and shoving going on.
They're going at it a little bit, huh? Felix Apar and Jalen Carey. Clear foul. Clear. Just not sure. You know, I understand it's an emotional game. Apar is so important to this team, though, on the defensive end, and he's been a guy that finishes at the rim. He's a lob threat.
Two things to keep in mind on flagrant 1.
Guy.
Is that what classifies a forearm shiver? But
Power gave him one back.
Excessive and intentional, and that would be two things that I would check off. I would think, knowing the rule the way it is, that should be a flagrant 1. Now, what happens to the first part of that with Carey is the other question. And Carey already has a technical, so he would be done for the day. Remember when Ziegler threw the ball on his chest, he got hit with a technical then. So
see some decision-making moments by both teams that
Jason
could
Baker.
decide what happens.
And that will be a flagrant 1 on Carr.
After review, the common foul at number 34 is going to be upgraded to a flagrant 1 foul. Number 22 from Vanderbilt will shoot 2. It will be their ball on the baseline, return to play.
So there you go. I always defer to the default for me is excessive and intentional. On a flagrant 1 situation.
Sure, that defined it, right?
That pretty much would be
pretty clear.
The classic example.
But you make a good point. This game is going to get even more physical. 8:45 left, 2-point game right now. So you look at foul trouble with McLaughlin and Jalen Carey. And how important Jalen Carey's been today in the first half. Him on the offensive glass was a big part of why they had the lead.
And Carey getting all these minutes because of the McLaughlin situation. In terms of foul trouble, McLaughlin has 4. shows you how vital Carey is. When he is productive, Vanderbilt generally has success.
Similar to Tyler Nickel, when he's making shots, guess what? They're winning.
So Carey will step to the line, and Jalen, again, 55% at the free throw line this year. Looks good there on that shot. Didn't waste any time. Didn't think about it, just shot.
Didn't think about it. It's a lonely, lonely place, the free throw line on the road.
And he got them both.
That's great arc on it. Bends his knees just enough. Nice release point.
6'8", 245. Just a sophomore.
Physical kid, though.
Yes.
And he will move you around that paint.
Well, there's a hold. That'll be on Ziegler.
Yeah, you can tell the officials have wanted to get control of this rivalry game, so it's going to be physical.
That's the third on Ziegler. Edwards missed the free throw. He's an 84% free throw shooter. Sakai. Gainey wide open. In and out. Another opportunity. Meshack, and he's fouled.
Two things you saw from that Tennessee offensive possession. Zakai Ziegler gets in the paint. Meshack gets in the paint. Then what does he do? Keeps the ball alive. Those are the things that Jemai Meshack can bring to this team.
Meshack, 75% at the line. Boy, some really good free throw shooters. Missing some freebies this afternoon.
Hopefully fatigue hasn't set in already.
Tennessee,
physical game.
6 of 11 at the line. They came in the second best free throw shooting team in the conference at 75%. Hogard, he's been quiet in the second half. McLaughlin checks back in with those 4 fouls. He lost the handle. Wanyana about to come back in. Tanner about to come back in.
It's tough to keep A.J. Hogard outside of the paint because of his strength. Gainey did a good job of just staying, keeping his body in front. Hogard exposes it, got a fingertip on it.
Rebound, McLaughlin. That is his first rebound of the game for a guy averaging 8 a game. Little runner, offensive rebound, back to Collins. That won't go. Lanier gets it to Ziegler. 7.5 to play. Sakai. Threw it right over the top of Gainey. Timeout on the floor. Tennessee once down 16, now with a 1-point advantage.
At Bombas, we make the most comfortable socks in the history of feet. So comfortable, you'll wish you had more. Visit Bombas.com and get 20% off your first order.
General Davidson sent me here as a punishment.
How is Stroopsdorf a punishment?
You're named after a waffle. I am your new commanding officer. That's the sound of 100 buzz puckering. Keep those knees high.
Good try.
Good try? What is this, T-ball?
Going Dutch. We're not a combat base without a tank.
We're not a combat base.
Not without a tank, we're not.
I think we're saying the same thing.
All new Thursdays on Fox and anytime on Hulu.
For the professional,
It's not enough to possess knowledge. We seek to refine it, to wield its power, to redefine its boundaries. Knowledge is put to the test in every GMC Sierra. Get 0.9% APR on select Sierra 1500 models. That's over $4,200 in average finance savings. We are professional grade.
The thing about traveling with your kids is that each year they get bigger, but the hotel stays the same size. Get an Airbnb and get room for everyone.
Kick it!
What was you about to do? I was about to touch your face, but maybe I shouldn't.
Half, maybe their best complete first half in a conference game this year. 44 points, most Tennessee's allowed all year, shot 55%. But what has happened here in the second half?
Tennessee has been much better at closing the driving lanes. Consider this. In the first half, Vandy was 10 of 17 in the paint. 10 of 17 for 20 points. This half, only 1 for 5. That shows me that the Vols, not only on the ball screen defense, which they've had trouble with this year. Coach Barnes told us they've been blowing up that ball screen, not allowing Vandy to turn the corner, get in the paint. And I'll always say it, Dave, dribble penetration is the most devastating move in basketball. Collapses the defense, kick out for threes. Tennessee's been much better in the second half in that.
Ball 7 of 19 from behind the arc. Vanderbilt 9 out of 22. Bogart. Carey sets a screen.
Right there. See, great job. Not allowed Bogart to turn that corner, which he's been hurting first half.
Carey working on Phillips. Couple of bumps, lays it up, count it. Score.
At that time, Tennessee says, we're going to see if you can score over the top of us. Kate Phillips is a physical kid himself. And you just see the strength of Jalen Carey. Woo.
Mark Byington playing this offense-defense game, and there's an opportunity to get some substitutions in. He has been doing that on dead balls. Gets McLaughlin out of the game for a moment, and Carey missed the free throw. So he does get the field goal to put Vandy up by 1 as we hit the 7-minute mark. Gainey. Ziegler. Nice touch.
Just you can tell Zakai Ziegler said in the second half, if I got to score, perfect. If I got to be the lead scorer, I'm going to do it. He's pushed the issue and it's paid off in Tennessee.
0 points for Zakai in the first half, 14 in the second half. Collins.
Well, in this situation, you got to figure out a great passing lane to Carey, get it back to him in the post.
Collins working on Lanier, and he wins it.
He's a great athlete. Strong, play through contact.
Tough take to the basket for Milicic. He'll head to the free throw line. That is 4 fouls.
Those muscles right there and athletic enough to where he gets it in that position so close he can hang in the air and finish. Looked like Dave Neal pregame, flexing for everybody here in Tennessee.
You saw that?
Who didn't? Who couldn't resist but to look?
Is it a problem if I walk in without my shirt on? No, that's okay.
I think that's the move.
Right.
I don't know why they don't allow you to just keep it off the entire game. Just throw the tie on. What do you think about that?
That's such a thought that I don't think the people at home need to realize. Tennessee by 1, under 6.
I just get the feeling it's going to come down to free throws in this game because of how physical it is. In foul trouble, which Vandy's got some guys in foul trouble.
Oh, we've had 5 lead changes in the last 3 minutes alone. A little too strong by Hogarth. Here's Gainey. Milicic on the fly. Ran right into McLaughlin. Still got the basket. That would have been number 5 on Devin. Here's Carey. Poked away by Akara and a reach-in foul.
This Valentine's Day, say it with art that lasts forever. Get up to 33% off all metal posters from Display, including the new 3D enhanced Textra designs. The perfect gift? Right here, waiting to hug their walls. Shop up to 33% off now at display.com.
Experience an incredible selection of the latest equipment, apparel, footwear, and accessories, and a dedicated team of certified fitters and instruction professionals ready to help. Golf Galaxy has everything you need to start your season. Level up with the best new clubs from Callaway and Odyssey, up to 8 yards longer with the Elite Driver, elite distance from the new fairway woods, exceptional speed, forgiveness, and feel from the new Elite Irons, and zero torque for a better stroke with the AI1 square-to-square putters. Gear up at Golf Galaxy.
Makes them. I'm just saying how impressive it is from a 55% free throw shooter to go on the road to do that.
For Chaz Lanier. Timeout Vanderbilt. 4:50 to play. Long.
And you see Milicic is at that free throw line area against this zone defense.
Chaz Lanier with a couple of three-pointers in this game. Chaz now with 86 three-pointers made. That is the 5th most in Division I. Averaging 17.5 a game, which is 7th in the conference. Last year averaged almost 20 a game when he was at North Florida. And he's just been a shooter. I mean, his career number, he's a 40% three-point shooter for his career.
That 40% number separates three-point shooters.
Yeah.
Right? That's the number you want to get to be regarded as
elite.
One of the best. That's it. One of the best is that 40%. Now, that's not saying 39.9 is anything.
But it's not 40.
It's not 40.
You want to be elite, that's good, 39.9, but 40 is elite.
40, that's the one. That's the one people will remember, Dave.
Well, he's at 40 right now this year, 40 for his career. Here's Edwards. He's been quiet in the second half. They've done a nice job on Jason, 13 points total. Well, he comes off the ball, screen reverse layup. That won't go, but Carey with a throwdown. 18 for Jalen Carey.
That was one of the few times this half that Vandy has been able to get a tight curl straight to the rim. The result, everybody from Tennessee comes over, try to protect it. Open Carey dunk.
Akbar trying to post up Carey. He does so and draws the foul. That'll be number 5 on Jalen Carey, and the crowd lets him know about it, but he leaves here with a heck of a game.
Akbar big in the lane, got 2 feet right there, turn. Saw he had Jalen Carey off balance. Good decision. Getting underneath him.
Well, he matches his career high with 18 points, 7 rebounds, but fouls out. 4:13 to play. So now you go with Tyler Nickel and Devin McLaughlin as your 2 post guys. Hogard, Tanner, and Edwards in the backcourt for Vanderbilt. Ziegler, Lanier, Gainey, Milicic, and Akpara for the Volunteers as Akpara toes the line.
And for Vandy, what the challenge is, McLaughlin's got 4 fouls, right? Tennessee's been much more aggressive, attacking the paint, no doubt. Coach Rick Barnes is going to say, let's go back down and see if we can't get a 5th on McLaughlin.
Hey, how big was that technical foul that he picked up when Ziegler threw the ball on his chest? He'd still be on the floor, right?
Those are the decisions that are made during the game that affect an outcome.
Edwards. Through some contact. Rick Barnes over there saying, come on, man. Arms extended. Edwards draws the foul on a three-point shot attempt.
Jalen Carey getting on the offensive glass. See that tight curl and attack by Edwards. Leaves the lane open by Jalen Carey with a jump dunk. Right now, Tennessee up 2 against Vanderbilt.
Hot yoga, cold plunges, darkness retreats. You're literally doing everything for your health. But there is just one more thing. Start your morning with AG1, the daily health drink for foundational nutrition and gut health.
What are we doing today, Coach?
So, today, we're going to work on our checking on...
Sorry, I heard checking.
A bit of a misunderstanding.
I meant checking on how we can help save our customers money on their car insurance.
And whether they need car, home, boat, or pet coverage.
Precisely. Now, let's go again. Susan?
Always wanted to do that.
My turn.
Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
Best day of training so far.
How's your elbow?
It's killing me.
For 150 years, this bench has seen excellence in generations of Commodores because they all embrace one superpower: growth. Growth that allows us to approach the mic, to speak boldly into the mic, and of course, to drop the mic. And win check. So, what excellence will this bench see in the next 150 years? Only one way to find out.
So sick.
Are you okay?
I'm incredible. So many in-network docs on ZocDoc.
Oh, sick.
Says here, Dr. Baker never rushes appointments.
Sick.
And
SEC men's basketball is presented by Pfizer, the official pneumococcal pneumonia vaccine awareness sponsor of the SEC. An emotional afternoon of basketball inside Thompson Bowling Arena, Food City Center here in Knoxville, on the banks of the Tennessee River. It has just been a tale of two halves, really. Vanderbilt led by as many as 16 late in the first half. Tennessee has stormed back. Their largest lead was 4 here in the second half. They lead it by 2 right now, but it is definitely a rivalry game.
Really a tale of two halves, if you will. Tennessee not guarding the ball screen well, allowing Vandy to dominate the paint. Tennessee has cleaned that up. They found their offense. Zakai Ziegler, Chaz Lanier still giving you some offense. Milicic being aggressive.
Chaz Lanier with another 20-point game, his 10th 20-point game of the year. Coming off 10 points, 0 for 7 from behind the arc against Kentucky. Only the second game this year that he went without a three-pointer. Edwards. He's missed another free throw. This guy's 84%. He gets there a lot. He was 109 of 129 coming into this game. He can't believe that one rolled in. Remember, this game in Nashville was decided at the end by a missed free throw by Chaz Lanier.
And you feel like that's the way it's trending. Foul trouble from Vandy and the free throw line. That one there, he got up over the front rim. The first two, he hit the front rim. Lucky on the second one to roll in. That's what I tell everybody in a situation like that. Give a little extra than you think you need to.
Mayshak in the corner. Here's Gainey.
Watching Okpara and McLaughlin here. Can they get Okpara in some kind of action?
Remember, McLaughlin has 4 fouls. Ziegler all the way to the basket. Okpara just clears out the lane.
That's the second time he did that. He can play some bully ball and clear out that lane. Felix Okpara is about as physical as they come.
He's up to 18. Vandy by 1. 3 minutes to play. Ziegler again down the lane. And a foul in the process. Let's see who picks that up. That's going to go against Magnon. This second.
There's a little scramble play right here. Zakai goes for the steal, and that's the last person you want to take a chance on a steal. But that was in a broken play where he thought possibly it'd be a loose ball situation for a steal going the other way. Jason Edwards makes the most of it. Best look he's had all day, Edwards.
Ziegler, his 4th straight game with 17 or more points. And they've all come in the second half today. He's up to 18 with 7 assists. You could see he came out of that locker room in the second half and said, I'll handle this, boys.
That's right. Lead by example.
Ogard spins, no good. And Shaq the rebound.
The Zaxby's Chicken Philly is back. Who's got the sauce? Zaxby's.
Half of Vandy to defend. I mean, Zakai, the last 3 possessions, has gotten into the lane, resulting in free throws, stickbacks. So that time, Jason Edwards says, I am not going to allow you to come on top of this screen. Ziegler reads that properly, just crosses him back over, doesn't take the screen because doesn't need it.
Ziegler 0 for 2 in the first half, no points. Did have 4 assists. Second half, 6 of 8. 3 of those have been 3-pointers. 4 assists. 18 total points in 18 minutes.
He is one of those guys that has the ability to do that. We've seen it time and time again where either he's creating for his teammate or he's scoring himself.
Tennessee offensively, just a completely different team this half. Matter of fact, you go back over the last few minutes or so, they've hit 5 of their last 5 attempts and 11 of 13 overall. And gives Zakai Ziegler, he's doing a lot of that himself, and that not just for him scoring, but creating open opportunities for his teammates.
And also on the other end, he's guarding Jason Edwards.
Yes.
He's ready to shoot anytime he touches. So the level of energy for Zakai Ziegler is the difference in this game.
Here's Tanner, turns the corner, and that's going to be last touched by Tennessee. That would have been something. Tanner, as we said, only 4 turnovers all year. Only 2 live ball turnovers. Offensive fouls have created the other turnovers.
That was the second time he got in the lane this half. First time he fell, looked like a turnover, but it was a foul. Got lucky that time, keep possession.
Here's Edwards working on Ziegler, elevates, got the shot off, rebound again. Under 2 minutes to play. Tennessee has never led by more than 4. Lanier will back it out. Ziegler to Gainey. In the lane, layup is good. 7-0 run. And the guy right behind me says, that guy's good.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
Somebody should send the memo to the Tennessee defense. Right. I don't know how miscommunication happens like that, but now you got Zakai Ziegler having a point guard like this. He's worked his weight in gold.
And that's 5 on McLaughlin. And not a good foul to end on. 45 feet from the basket.
No, it's a one-possession game, 3 points, over a minute left. They need the big fella in the game. trying to make something happen. And credit Ziegler, though. I mean, that's a veteran move right there. You know what I'm saying? That knows the big fella's a little off balance trying to guard that high ball screen. Let's just get my body into him a little bit. Jerk, head back. Sell it a little bit more, like you said. But that previous offensive possession by Tennessee was everything they wanted. They used 29 seconds of the shot clock and ended up getting a layup.
If you would have told me before this game that McLaughlin would have 2 rebounds and 0 points and Vandy would have a chance to win, I'd said you're
nuts.
You're nuts.
Crazy.
Yeah, there are a lot of things I would
What's
say.
in the water bottle?
Right. But that's where we stand. That's because Jalen Carey came to play. Yeah, he's out now, too, with 5 fouls.
And he's out. And Dave, we've seen so many games in the SEC this year that have come down to either a tip back for a win or securing a defensive rebound at the end of a game. Vandy doesn't have their big guys in to help with that scenario.
Ziegler with 20 second half points. 5-point game, under a minute to go. Edwards trying to come off. He scored the last 11 for the Commodores.
He just set a record for the most pump fakes before a three-point shot.
24 in the game now for Edwards. 2-point contest. Tennessee will take a timeout with 15 on the shot clock.
Is Jason Edwards. Just look, his footwork, pump fake, his awareness, understand the value of the pump fake. Just move that basketball. That gets the defense off their feet. You can fake it to the right, left, up. That's going to help you create space. And we'll say it again. Jalen Carey played fantastic, right? The big fella in the middle. Magnon came out and played fantastic. But if you go on the road and you have a guy that can knock down shots like Jason Edwards, that just gives you a chance in any game. 6 of 9 from the three-point line, 24 points in a game where Vanderbilt in the second half has found it a little bit more difficult in the first half of getting some buckets, especially around the rim. Like, you feel like if Vandy's going to win this, it's going to be Jason Edwards making spectacular shots from the three-point line.
Tennessee has put up 47 points here in the second half. Ziegler has created 20 of those.
Under 10 on the shot clock.
Sakai. Oh, just a strong take right to Magnon. 2-possession game. Edwards trying to find a little bit of room. Nickel for 3. No good, and that'll do it. 7.6 seconds left, and Tennessee will head down to the other end and shoot free throws. And they found a way to win this one after what was a disastrous first half.
It was, and we can point to Sky Ziegler, rightly so, for him having a huge second half, 22 points. Chaz Lanier had a really good game, 9 of 16 from the field. However, the defensive effort, Tennessee closing lanes.